like prosthetics on short films is very rare. You know how somebody gets punched in a boxing match?
I saw Kamlesh's thing in the end. That's my
Yeah,
attention.
yeah.
Because art should be like that, should be for everyone. So I think that Ravi made something unique. For example, if it's a gore, let's say, and if other actors sees it, it's gonna be true reaction because it looks real. And if there is nothing, he or she has to pretend that actually they saw something.
So when you're coming out with a short film, or when you're letting out a short film, what do you expect in return?
I look at this as like an investment. The ROI may not be immediate, but are we getting any? Are we making any money out of it? Not immediately. It's not like you invest in stocks and you get it. No.
दिल्ली का लौंडा दुबई में मच मचा रहा है धूम, दिल से पूछ रहा है सवाल, सबसे झूम बराबर झूम। ये मस्ती का खुलेगा यहाँ पिटारा, जो भी आएगा यहाँ सितारा, जश्न का बजेगा यहाँ नगाड़ा। टाइम आउट विद अंकित। टिप टैप टप 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 टप, कॉफी का कप और गपशप लाइट चली, एक्शन हुआ, फिर मस्ती का उड़ा धुआं। कोई केंचो, कोई वनक्कम, कोई मरहबा बल्ले, अरे आई सेट पर जब हबीबी, दिल विल सभी के जल्ले। मस्ती का खुलेगा यहाँ पिटारा, जो भी आएगा यहाँ सितारा, जश्न का बजेगा यहाँ नगाड़ा। टाइम आउट विद अंकित। दिल्ली का लौंडा दुबई में मच मचा रहा है धूम, दिल से पूछ रहा है सवाल, सबसे झूम बराबर झूम। ये
चले शो भी शूट करना है यार। Hello ladies and gents, we are back with our fellow content creators this time. I've always felt that content from UAE requires a lot of push. That's how I reached out to you as well. Usually what happens is when in our game people don't tend to reach out much. I don't know why. And whenever I come across people from our industry, like our industry, I don't know if I can say our industry, I'm the first person to go there and I'm like, please come over.
Yeah.
Because no one, this game needs a lot of push here. So thank you, my fellow content creators, my fellow creators, for joining me. How have you guys been?
We've been very good. Thank you for inviting us.
And no. First of all, thank you for actually reaching out and making this happen.
Yeah.
Like you said, the first thing I also felt, like you said, I mean, there's a huge potential. I mean, to grow for content creators to evolve and like sustain. But I think the kind of push that you're saying, like from you, from people like our fellow community members, I think that's something I haven't seen in other places where I've come from, like Mumbai or Hyderabad. So this is definitely a place where
it's much required. I feel that something needs to be done. So Ravi Kishore, our friend, is a film director, and Ena is a makeup artist. And I like I said, when I saw you, I saw a poster of the film that you guys came up with. I was so excited. And there have been those films which have been coming out of UAE. But then, sometimes and I think you posted like a semi-trailer as well.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, there's something.
Yeah.
There's something. So tell me something. When you create these artworks that you want to present to the general audience, right? How do you approach it? Because over here, it's not like rest of the world. I mean, it's a lot of... it's much different to get something like this done in UAE than it is the rest of the world. In India, it's much easier. Obviously, I'm sure.
It's challenging. Yeah, here is.
So how do you go about it? What's the first step? When you came up with the script and when it was ready, the draft was ready, how do you go about it?
So first of all, it wasn't planned like full-blown script especially for pencil. It all started with I tried pushing my web series script. That was my intention. So I started attending. I was searching for what are those platforms here in UAE, Dubai, where people meet. Uh, in- with common interests and things like that. But then one thing led to another. I was meeting producers and content creators and everyone, and they said, okay, hey, there's a lot of ecosystem being built around UAE. A lot of like Abu Dhabi Film Circuit and Red Sea,
Yeah,
which
of
is
course.
Saudi, and then there is Qatar and all of that. Why don't we make a short film? So I attended one screening fest, sort of. That's when I said, okay, why don't we make something?
Yeah.
And pencil is a precursor. I wanted something to be on the market to show that it is a product, but there is something else in the making. I wanted this as a visiting card.
Okay, I see where you're going with this. Nice.
So
nice.
so it
With the-
just happened. In fact, Ina would remember
Yeah.
when I found people, cast and crew. Like I just found through connections like these
Yeah.
interactions.
Yeah, I know it is.
And I said, I want to make, the title was, I want to make a show reel,
Hmm.
like how a director's show reel would be, which in other words is a fake show.
Yeah. I know.
So I said, and I was open about it. I said, I'm going to give you a bunch of scenes. They're not interconnected. This is just to show our caliber. So there will be that's for caliber for everyone, for actors, for makeup, and for everything. So every scene has got certain unique hook that people will get attracted. They're not interconnected though.
That's how a lot of training institutes approach actually. Yeah, and I've been to one of them. They go about that
Yeah.
way.
And not to be confused, I'm not a beauty makeup artist. I do FX. I do special effects prosthetics. So that is what I do. And that's
Yep.
why actually I
Yeah,
contacted me.
Yeah.
Try to have it
Yeah.
with us as well.
Sorry?
You'd have to pull the mic in a bit.
Okay. Is it okay now?
Yeah.
It's
A
good?
little more.
Like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's why actually Ravi contacted me, and we were developing prosthetics without having a face cast of the actor. So everything was basically on blind, but it turned out pretty well
Yeah.
at the
And-
end.
And I want
Yeah.
somebody like Ina to bring that thing to pencil,
Mm.
to say that it is unique. That's our differentiator. Like prosthetics on short films is very rare.
I was
And
just going to ask.
here is very rare also.
Precisely.
Yeah.
So how did you go about that? Like when you say prosthetics.
Prosthetics, yeah. It's what you see basically in the movies, masks, and when they change full look, when they become aliens or a creature, that is what I do. And that's actually what I teach here. So I have a lot of students coming from India, from all around the world, just to teach and then dwell into the field of the movie industry.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. So how does one, I mean, just out of curiosity, how does one get into this? How does one become a makeup artist or a prosthetics? How does that come to you? I mean, this is amazing.
Yeah.
Well,
Go for
we-
it. Go for it.
We just talk about it.
We just spoke about it.
So actually, I'm a painter.
Mhm.
And since the age of 17, I started to do my exhibitions, and basically it was the first money I earned on my own from selling out my exhibitions, and also sculpting. And then I dwelled into engineering because of my parents.
Yeah.
Because they were like, okay, please, let's do
Listen, it's with everyone.
Yeah,
Trust me.
I'm gonna do it fine, but I'm gonna continue doing my art. All right, so here you have it. You're happy, everyone happy. Okay, and then I continued from sculpting to making prosthetics, and here I am now.
Okay, you
Like some
actually.
17 years after, kind of.
I mean, it's hard, you people usually tend to let go of their actual passion.
No,
How it is with the parents and everything. It's with everyone. It's with everyone.
no, I was studying and doing my art, and then just put it on the side and continue doing engineering still, but on a very low scale. Like,
But kudos to
Creative
you. Very nice.
well.
Very nice. That's good. That's amazing that you still stuck onto it. And now I think it's picking up here.
it is.
Content
Yeah.
that is as its own, especially since think about mid last year. Maybe it's me. I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing it everywhere, but it is picking up.
No, I'm with you on that. And I think I moved here in 2021. And people I met in one of the common forums, they said there wasn't much happening maybe before that time, maybe because of COVID or whatever. But it really picked up in last 2 years.
Yeah.
And there are more number of events. There are more number of these forums happening for people to meet, and I think that's more recent in last couple of years.
It wasn't like that before, yeah. But now I feel the government is also pushing, content to come out from here. It's actually, I mean, whoever knows me knows this. I say it a lot. There are about 200 plus nationalities living in the country, right? True. The most handsome men here, you find the most prettiest women here. You're telling me none of them have talent? We can't find singers, we can't find actors, we can't find directors, we can't find, well, what is it?
I get so many students and they're so talented. It's amazing.
Precisely.
Amazing. So many Marathi students that they're so talented, actually from all over the world. And I always get surprised what I see, what they make. It's just incredible.
Precisely.
And not just talent, I would say the region itself is such a diverse, from a location perspective.
Yeah.
If you want to shoot something, you can almost replicate any nationality. Or, you just go to one place to another and you'll get that.
Yeah, that's true. That's
From
very
Dubai to Sharjah, you'll find like almost, lot of locations and a lot of diversity. And
But I think, what happens is because it is expat based, two things according to him, which I feel people get stuck with, and I think we should do something about that. You will always need to have a second job to sustain this part of your love for the game, right? Or your love for the passion, right? And second, there isn't really a platform wherein one, say, okay, in the US you want to go to Hollywood, right? In India you want to go to Bollywood,
yeah,
and XYZ in other countries, right? But then there isn't a platform like that. I mean, you will not believe it. I know people who've gotten scammed
yeah.
because of something like this,
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. With like a casting director or
Oh my God.
with we'll give you an opportunity to films. How about, you do this, that, give us I'm not talking about, nothing nasty. I'm just talking about in terms of
Yeah.
money. But a lot of that happens here as well because there is no fixed platform. I guess each one of us with our contributions we are working towards that.
Yeah.
So how did you get started? How did you get started with direction and...
Like I said, this, like one of the film competitions that I was applying for a screenplay, it asked for previous work. So I said, okay, let's address from there. So this fake whatever turned into, like 3 days before the shoot, I said, let's insert one more scene. It kind of becomes a non-linear short film, which is okay because it had like couple of portions or whatever I wanted to do. And then I said, okay, let's try it out. And I reached out to my DOP, Ashik. So he's the first person who was onboarded, and he said, let's do it anyway. And even and then Victor, Victoria, Avinash, and my team, Komal, and all of those guys, Danny and my team, and I said I need two things which should make us look apart, like from the rest, and also give people from UAE, Dubai talk about us, get more visibility for us, and so that we can build that networking and for next projects or whatever. So I said, okay, let's get the quality. Let's put all our efforts into quality. So if you see it, it will be most of the times it will meet Netflix grade.
What cameras do you guys use?
Like FX3 starting. I think that's
okay.
That is starting. I think.
Okay.
And we tried to push. Ena was onboarded just for that. Like if you see the makeup, when you say makeup, typically people think, okay, if somebody gets hurt, it's just the blood and whatever. Yeah. But I asked her, there are two key requirements. And I said, how somebody gets punched in a boxing match.
I saw Kamlesh's thing in the end. That's my attention.
Yeah. So that detail was her job. So I said, I need some bulge on the right eye. I need a pencil pierced in his hand. So, that's exactly what we wanted to bring.
That is what caught my attention. I had not seen something like that from here before.
I just mentioned ear pierce.
But that was nice. My compliments to you because that I picked up on that and I saw that I've not seen this much effort go into a short film, especially from here. I was like, what? How does that happen?
And you will not believe the detail. For example, I said, before the shoot, I had to hold a pencil and tell her, Ena, this is what I wanted. The pencil has to pierce and it has to go from here. So she said, you can't just break a pencil into two and attach. you need to break it into 3 pieces, because the tiny piece, which is width of this palm, has to be taken out,
Oh, okay.
because that is inside the
Yeah.
palm, right? So we cut the pencil into 3 parts, not just 2.
Nice.
So that's the detail, just to give you an example.
Very good. Very good.
But all the cast, actors were really, really friendly, really good, super cooperative. I really enjoyed working.
Do you guys have trouble
Ravi,
finding?
it was amazing.
Do you guys have trouble finding the team?
Ravi, that's his part.
No, I wouldn't say trouble finding people. It just worked out for me, and what helped me was people with similar mindset. They all wanted to
Yeah.
get something, for me, for themselves, something to do and I think some of them were doing similar work, but most of them were not. So they felt this is something different, and they said, this is something that we can do all together, and they pushed themselves. And I know, because indie filmmakers, like we had to stretch on the same day, and I feel bad for them, but then I'm also part of it. I know if for some other reason I could have wanted it in another way, I would have done it, but unfortunately I don't. And because we had to repeat all the location, rental costs and everything, blah blah blah. But so that was a tight timeline, but people helped me.
Yeah, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
What about the approvals and everything? Was that trouble getting those?
Yeah, it was on the location. Definitely, it was on all email, and we reached out to them. We got it, and
Was it easy enough to get it, or?
it is easy. In fact, people might have an opinion on how to get these things done in Dubai, or now I think there is a change in the film and TV, the whole vertical.
Yeah, the Abu Dhabi
the
Film
media.
Commission. Yeah. They
the
released or
cost,
something. Yeah.
But anyway, I think the process, what I understand, is pretty straightforward.
Nice.
It's easy, and you do get only thing is you just have to be in the right place, and just one connection. And the beauty about UAE is because it is still emerging, the circle is small. Everybody knows everybody else.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
And
that's true.
It's not a big piece. I mean, if you see, honestly, we're meeting for the first time, we'll know probably people who we have in common. But that's because the place is, you know how it is. It's a small place. I think that's the beauty of it.
yeah.
So and that's where I say, the day one star or one famous person, like proper famous, I mean, like created from here, bred here, given that push from here comes out, he'll know about 10,000 people who who at some point of time were with him. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a very small industry here.
Yeah.
And
We
we should,
all know each other.
we should take leverage on this, compared to
100%.
like
Exactly.
places like India. These small circle exists everywhere. Every street has a small group. State and industries have their own
Definitely.
epicenters.
Definitely.
Here is one
Here
group.
is one.
Here's one group.
So, well,
Yeah,
I know that guy.
exactly.
But tell me something. So when this is for my understanding, when I put out a short film out there, apart from the recognition, what can I expect? See, at the end of the day, content needs to be backed up with some monetary benefit as well, right?
Yeah.
So when you're coming up with a short film, or when you're letting out a short film, what do you expect in return? Minus the fact presenting a great artwork. I mean, of course, that should always be the agenda, to present your best work.
Yeah. The way I look at it, maybe from just my perspective, I look at this as like an investment. The ROI may not be immediate, but are we getting any? Are we making any money out of it? Not immediately. It's not like you invest in stocks and you get it. No.
Yeah.
But you have to use this as proof of concept. That's one way. Like most of the filmmakers do that. They already have an existing one to pitch this as a proof of concept, so I can get funds. And to use this as a, this is what we can achieve. Just multiply the budget. We can, expand this from 20 minutes to 120 or whatever. So that's one thing. But there are other ways and means for indie filmmakers specifically to get funds. I think you might also know, like, there are a lot of film funds from this region, a lot of push coming from this region. Even from Europe, I think there's Austria, Vienna, I think, Film Commission and things like that. I think they also have these interest in investing people. And particularly this region, I think they are more focused on more stories that you can that are relevant coming out from
Plus
the
audience, of course.
this
Yeah,
audience.
of course, 100%, and I agree with that, because over here, I think a limitation that we have also is because you're not catering to one person per se. True. You're catering to an Indian, you're catering to a Pakistani.
Yeah.
You want to, at least, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you want to.
Yeah, and then you want to cater to the Western side, you want to cater to one Egyptian. It's all of that, you know?
That is a challenge because people will relate to something if they recognize themselves in it, if they recognize parts of their life or something. And exactly because you have so many different nationalities, you need to find something that is common, that is unique for everyone.
Yeah.
If you don't want to target only one nationality.
Yeah.
So I find that beautiful and challenging.
And
Because-
yeah, sorry.
Sorry,
go on.
because art should be like that, should be for everyone.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I think that Ravi made something unique, and everyone
He wouldn't show it to me.
still really.
It's
Come on.
like I said, soon, very soon. I hope to. For you, it is fine. I think. Just
I'm
time-
kidding, man. Take your time. Take your time.
You didn't watch the movie still.
No, man. I've asked him like 3 times. I'm like, Ravi, can I praised him before, and I asked him, right? So it's not like I want to see the film and praise you. No, I said, listen, I'm, just that you're doing this makes me want to
Everyone start praising the movie, and
No, you can give us the benefit of doubt, and then maybe watch soon.
So tell me something. What do you guys think can be done? I mean, as this place as a whole, what can we do to create that opportunity for people to come out and say, okay, I am interested in probably acting, and I've seen these groups of people, acting schools and all of that. I've in fact the team approached one as well, but there's nothing coming out of it.
I see great talents.
But where are they showcasing it?
Theaters mostly. Theaters mostly.
Yeah. Because what I felt is the market is more inclined on the commercial business.
Yeah.
So a lot of commercials and modeling opportunities, etc.
Yeah.
So when actors or models try to see this as a very serious profession, I think the opportunities are there. But to find these people, I think the avenues are limited. Like plays is one. Until recently, I haven't I've seen a couple of them, and actually I've approached them for my next project from plays. So there is something happening as good as plays where you can get very, very good professional serious actors.
Nice.
But again, you have to take that effort to
Initiative,
go and
yeah.
see what is mediocre, what is who are serious about it, and
Yeah.
I'd love to. I mean, I'm not aware of that many play. I mean, I am personally. That's my ignorance. I don't know. I would love to. Please let me know if there's a good. Where does one go and watch things? I'm very unaware of these plays.
like I can mention about my couple of cast and crew who would be cast and crew in my next. They're doing this play called Romeo and Juliet.
Yes, I wanted just to
Your friends also see
Yes,
again
I'm
hands fruit.
small
Everybody knows
community
it.
again.
Told you.
Yeah. So that's a good start.
Yeah.
I've seen brilliant actors.
Nice.
Young and
Really isn't.
huge potential. And like I said, you will be surprised
Yeah. Yeah.
for sure. And I've seen also other work which is mediocre, and
Yeah.
they think it is. They say it is an award-winning film and everything, but it is not. The real work and the to compare, I think that's where a region can also learn from others. Although we have a lot of potential here to see, to decide, what is happening outside
Yeah.
and what potential we have to, bring it to that level. I think what we can concentrate and get it is on quality, not on quantity. I mean,
Quality, yeah. But you have to see bad, you have to see also good, so you can
So
can
that's how you know what's good, and that's how you get it, right? You've seen what's there, and then okay, this is good.
see, okay, and then you say, okay, that was actually not so good.
But then again, it's just yeah,
Yeah.
precisely. But then again, it's a subjective form. Like I keep telling my team, I keep telling the editors as well. You might present Mona Lisa, but someday I might be like, who is that? I've seen her somewhere. I might not like it on some day. It's subjective.
Yeah, of course. It's subjective. Art is subjective.
It's always like that. Help me with direction. right? When you're approaching anything, right? Now you wrote the script for this as well, right? Which is great. Let's start from the script side of it. How long did that take you?
So this one I probably 2 weeks.
That's
And
quick. That's nice.
yeah, because the majority of it was for the news segment that I was just trying to make it coherent. Because I already had like 1 or 2 scenes from another web series which I was trying to feature now. So I took a part of that. So the other part to fill in the gaps to make it coherent is what I took time for. So yeah, it's I think 11 page or 12, I guess, max 12-page script.
And I would like to mention that director's work doesn't just finish there. It's multitasking. I have no idea how they manage on the set. I have no idea because I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
I don't like to multitask at so many. I like to be focused on one thing and then that's it. But how many things you need to do
Yeah.
on the set? It
Depends how big team you're supported with.
Yeah.
Like if you're independent,
Yeah.
filmmaking here, like you're left with probably a DOP, a gaffer, and then like one assistant to support you.
Yeah.
That's it. But again, what I understand is there are projects happening with a lot of backup and people on set and etc. But there are also a huge number of teams that are bringing projects on.
Yeah.
Like I've myself got inspired by another team. They've shot a film called Vision. So yeah, so this won a lot of awards and all. It actually featured on Paramount film competition. I think they do it every year. That's one of the things. Like to your previous question, where do you get to know? So I got inspired by this guy Hari, who is the director, and I said, okay, he made everything here, so let me try. And when I tried, obviously it was stressful.
Yeah.
Like not just to me, for I think almost everyone, but that's how it is. You will enjoy the process, but then you could have done better, and that's you feel even now I can say I mean this is not the best of work. I could have done better. I could have made people do better,
Yeah.
but yeah, you have to like. There's no other option. You have to multitask.
Then one, you'll never be satisfied when it comes to that side.
every artist, I think, every artist thinks like this.
Feel it that way.
It could have been better, but it's amazing work to multitask. Really, I mean, when I was looking at you, I was like, just how are you managing to do it everything?
Yeah, but literally, I'm not trying to be humble here because when I say I know what you're saying. There is no perfection. Like perfection doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Yes, but at the same line and breadth, what I'm saying is, if money was an issue, if time was an issue, if these two things were addressed, maybe these are interconnected. I could have done something better. And it may not be perfect. I could have done something better if I had more time. I didn't have. If I had more, and this is the same concern you will hear from all indie film.
Always.
I'm sure.
Always. This is, you do not believe it. Everyone who I come across, it's always, that's the limitation. That's always the
time.
limitation. But that's where we get stuck. That's why they say.
I'm hoping there is another side of the story.
Yeah.
Maybe people like you or somebody who is there to support or who's looking for this talent or who wants to support just for the sake of supporting it, or also from a commerce end, like try to make money. Yes, please. But also there is someone who is looking at it. So again, going back to your previous question, so these kind of forums and like podcasts or whatever, they should build these two parties on either
They
side.
should. They don't. They should.
And you're facilitating
should,
very
yeah.
measure.
They should, but now let's see. Inshallah, maybe with time, everyone will probably see that yes, content needs to. Because the end of the game, now that you'll see a lot of newspapers, you'll see a lot of media houses, publications, which doing the whole podcast stick. But then, end of the day, it's always going to be pay me, and I bring you on, and I'll ask you a few questions, which I'm obliged to because you've paid me to ask you those questions. But God bless. Carry on. Carry on.
I think you need to have a purpose also. Like
Yeah,
some podcasts, precisely, like they have a specific direction and some purpose, on this. But like you said, yeah, end of the day, it is what it is.
Yeah. But then how long do you sustain like that? Who's going to watch it? We go put 3 of you going to watch it. What's the point of that? Technology also has a lot to play over there. You know, nowadays, I was scared that these guys did something. We created something long ago, not now, and they used AI, and it was not as perfect as one would like it to be. But then, you know, it was done
Yeah.
Yeah.
fairly easily.
Yeah, eventually it'll catch up.
Right.
Like
Do you think?
they were talking about Mid Journey. Now Sora is there. Now because Sora is there, there is this guy in Hollywood who stopped. Who was supposed to invest some 800 million whatever production company, just backed out because he said maybe it's not that big a thing. Maybe in next couple of years it's all virtual productions, or maybe Sora or Mid Journey, whatever.
It's
Yeah,
like how-
people are catching up, so they can see the work. They can see what kind of content they have already seen. Korean drama, torrent space, so it's like that. So they are much more aware of what's happening. So you can't bluff.
You can't, yeah. You
Cannot
can't.
bluff, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think, especially with what you do, I don't think any good creator, director, producer, writer would want to use AI with what you do. Especially, I mean, now one can, but I don't think.
I think so because okay, using AI, of course you can apply it after, but there is a significant thing when you have, for example, if it's a gore, let's say, and if other actors sees it, it's gonna be true reaction because it looks real. And if there is nothing, he or she has to pretend that actually they saw something. So it's very different. As I said, they just get into character more because they become character.
Yeah, that's
So that is very true.
Anyways, your
and
job is secure for
That's some.
for a long time.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
has
I
to
mean,
have to be running well.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm good. I'm good.
She's
Yeah,
good.
you're right. Yeah, you're right.
We are in trouble.
Yeah.
But I know. I mean, that's
But
technology.
actually, they're also now printing prosthetics.
God damn.
I know. So I'm not so secure.
Join the gang. Join the gang. So when it comes to direction, can I ask you to one more thing, man? Tell me something while directing, because again, this is something I keep asking that for. While directing, how much of editing is going on in your head? Or is that the case, or it's
No, you because we cannot afford to have too many variations or too many scene shots, just as a backup because you're limited, so you need to pick 2 or 3. So editing is always there in the mind. So like I need a shot of like 2 people running in the corridor. Like I know I can only try for 2 variations. I cannot have so I know either this or that.
yeah.
So editing will always run. So you have a short list. So you can't stretch beyond that. If you're running out of it, then you're running out of time.
I don't know. I think, and I've always believed. I don't know why. I feel like a director and editor needs to be the same brain. For I don't know. I feel so from time to time. Unless the editor needs to be really in love with you to understand what exactly that you are looking at.
Correct.
In a way. But that's
You have to
the
make up for this planning. That's how you compensate with. You don't have the luxury to spend time on editing, post production, whatnot.
Yeah.
So you make up for that in shortlist and say, okay, this is it. If you're directing and obviously the first thing is you have to select. If you're fortunate enough, you have a great acting talent. Then it's all up to you leave it to them, but again restrict. Like you can't.
Have you guys come across some talent? It could be anyone, like a singer, actor, whatever. Like you felt like wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
Singer
For sure.
was
Actors
actors, yeah.
and singer as well. Yeah, I did.
Nice.
Here in UAE, and I was really, really surprised.
Theater again.
It was theater, and then I met 2 amazing local ladies who are also filmmakers. They're into horror movies, and they're also artists. They also paint. And I met amazing cosplayers, singers also. So there's so many talented people,
Nice.
Yeah.
and you would never expect. And one girl who is, for example, making I'm sorry, like small dolls from scratch. It's incredible what she's doing. So there's so many talents. There's so many talented people.
That's
They're
great.
all different.
Yeah.
They all bring something new to the world.
Yeah. That's
That's
always
the beauty of it.
lovely to hear that, because
you will be you will be surprised to see the number of people in this industry, creative industry, expressing themselves through performance art, writing, directing. I've seen beatboxing, like events and competitions. Not like maybe it didn't exist, or maybe I wasn't aware of. Maybe I should be saying that. But last 2 years, yeah, probably a lot more on this. But there are a lot of people. Only thing is you have to like get
Get out there.
get out
bit
and
more, yeah.
yeah, be connected to them.
What do you guys think? How's Dubai, how's UAE as looking as a place for the creative future? I mean, how's the place looking for the next few years in terms of creating talent, creating creative good work from this place?
I think it's going there.
Yeah.
I think it's going there. Yeah.
Yeah, for me, I had no doubts on that.
No.
Personally, I have experienced it myself. I have seen struggles. I have seen rejections and everything in other places. And here, I can see, like I said, the huge potential. It's not tapped yet. And for just from that fact, I can tell you, because it is untapped market, you can expect a lot of these things happening. You can see a lot of talent. Maybe more podcasts at your end. There's a lot of stuff that's going to happen for sure. That much I can tell you.
The thing is, for all artists, you have to create art. In order to create art, you cannot think of money and how much you're going to earn. But at the same time, you need to earn. So, and once you start thinking about money and about business, you stop creating honest art because it becomes commercial.
Yeah. True.
So here, the true artists actually I met are the one who just come together and do things for the sake of idea. And then you get something amazing.
That's
Yeah.
the best way.
Yeah.
That's the best way.
And then you get something amazing. And then everything else comes after.
Falls into place.
Falls into place.
Yeah.
Falls into place.
True.
Like-
People are waiting to work for something meaningful.
Yeah.
And which gives them satisfaction at the same time, balancing. Everybody does that.
Yeah, you have to balance.
Balance both. But then there are people ready to invest their time for the value. And I can see UAE is supporting that. So the
Yes.
ecosystem is there.
Yeah.
You can get that done.
But
There are
if you put your soul, your energy, and your passion, and if you find like-minded people,
Yeah.
then I think success is guaranteed.
Yeah, no, I agree with you guys. I feel the country itself is providing you that canvas to throw in the colors now. Let's see. Let's see in a few years how it looks. And I hope it's going to be positive for all of us.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something that we all clearly like to do. Not me as much as you guys. And well, thank you guys for making time for me, for making time for Timeout, like I always usually say. And I cannot wait to watch Pencil. I cannot wait to see the work you guys have presented.
I think more than that, in fact, we were discussing on my next project when I mentioned about your message and to some of my cast and crew, I said, do you know this person? Because I didn't know, like you were the actual Timeout Ankit who was reached out, because I wasn't actually you just called me.
Yeah.
And then actually my friend, colleague on the same podcast, my movie Pencil, Komal, she said she has actually worked with you. I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah, and then she said, "Oh, this is big," and blah blah blah, and said, "Okay." And then I start, I knew, but
Yeah.
I didn't expect that you would actually come and facilitate. We are just, or at least from my perspective, I'm just making this now,
Yeah.
and I have a huge learning curve. I can see that, and for you to entertain us is a big.
Come on. This is
No, I see that as a very very a big push and support, tap on the shoulder.
Yeah.
I'm so grateful for that, and thank you so much for thinking about us. You don't have to, you don't need to do this, but I'm really being honest on this one.
you guys need to stop. This is what we do.
You're getting uncomfortable?
I'm gonna cry.
It's going to be good for BTS. Okay, let's continue.
Yeah, you saw the BTS, right?
Yeah. So this is for that,
For BTS.
for BTS.
Continue doing good, great work, and I would love to be associated in whatever capacity that I can, and I honestly mean that. And I truly do.
We appreciate it.
Content is king. like I always say. Show it
Yeah.
to me now at least. I will.
Oh yeah,
Let there be light.
lights. Yeah.